Just because I love you, it don't mean I trust you. Everybody not to be trusted. Everybody around me thugging. Everybody around me drugging. Everybody around me hustling. Everybody know not to bring no new riggin' around me. They say I be bugging. Got racks in the go-yard luggage. Just cause I love you, it don't mean I trust you. Everybody not to be trusted.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Uncut with Q, and I am your host, Quentin Flores. In today's episode, what we're going to be talking about motion and momentum. All right. If you're getting value from this podcast, we have a fee here. Okay. All I ask is that if you're listening to this and you get value from this podcast, that you go out there and you tell someone else about it. Okay. So sharing is caring, man. Let's get this thing out there. And remember, each one, reach one, each one, teach one. That's what we live by. That's what we abide by here. If this is your first time listening, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'm going to jump straight into this, man. There is a lot of times as entrepreneurs when we decide to go out there and build something significant for ourselves. It could be anything. It could be a side business. It could be a main business. It could be a hustle. It could be a gym session. It could be a lot of different things. If there's one thing that I can tell you guys from personal experience is that when you have motion, when you are making conscious decisions and when you are moving in the right direction, a lot of those times, those baby steps that we take in the right direction, we actually feel as though we are not going anywhere. And it's in those moments when we actually are getting that type of momentum. We're getting that momentum to take us further. Okay. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, I spent years, literally years working out, going to the gym and wondering why the hell am I not seeing results? Why am I not satisfied with the person that is looking back at me in the mirror? And this was something that I literally had to figure out a way to get over. This was like a mental block. And for a lot of y'all, it could be that. It could be going to the gym. It could be going and starting your cold calling session when you hop into the dialer today to talk to real estate leads. It's a lot of things, guys. It could be a lot of things. But let me tell you guys what it isn't. It isn't staying in the same place and it isn't going nowhere. And so it's imperative that in that moment, when you feel those levels of self-doubt, when you truthfully feel like you're not going anywhere, that you measure yourself from where you're at right now to where it is that you started. Even if you just started yesterday, man, let me tell y'all, man, progress is progress no matter how far it is, no matter how long you've been doing this for. I can't tell you, there'd be people that would message me or comment on my fitness videos because I document everything that I do. You guys know this more than anybody that I document literally everything that I do. Okay. And so when I started going to the gym and I opened up my freaking studio, when I fucking built my real estate business, when I shut down my office, when I fired people, when I hired people, I put the whole fucking journey out there for you guys. And it wasn't because I was trying to flaunt where it is that I am. It's because I want to show you guys where I am now compared to where I was before. And not just for y'all that are watching, but also for myself because I'm watching. You know what I'm saying? I get POV on this thing every single day. I wake up into the world of who Q is and what Q does. And I have to decide what direction that I want to go. And along the ways, there's going to be mistakes. There's going to be times where I know I'm gaining momentum, where I'm not having gratitude and I don't feel like I'm getting traction. And because I'm not getting traction, everything feels like I'm staying in the same fucking place. And because I feel that way, I don't have gratitude. When I don't have gratitude, I just feel like I can't work that day. And it happens. But the goal is to just take the step, man. You have to learn how to take a step. That's it. Once you take one step, then the next day you can take 2 steps. Then the next day you can take 3. Then the next day you can take 4. So on and so forth. Just growing and compounding. Compound it every single goddamn day. And I promise you, when you wake up the next morning, you're going to feel like you can't even recognize yourself because now you're living and walking in gratitude. And so guys, you know, this is for my people that are generational curse breakers. All right. A lot of y'all that listen to this podcast, some of you guys, you got motion right now. Right now is the time that you self-assess and you ask yourself, is this where you are trying to go? Is this who you are trying to be? Let's look at what we did today. Can we say that we showed up today? Can we say that we created micro commitments in the grand scheme of whatever it is to wake up into your life today that created the macro outcome of what it is that you're trying to accomplish? Right? If the goal was to lose 200 pounds, then what baby steps are you taking to get there? So many people get burnt out because they have these drastic changes. And then for other people, they get burnt out because the change ain't happening fast enough. The goal here is to find a medium between the two. The medium is where you're currently at, where you used to be, and the small, simple, incremental things that you can adjust on a day-to-day basis that create the macro outcome that you're truthfully wanting for yourself. That's the goal, man. That's the goal. And absolute gratitude. Man, gratitude's one of the hardest things I've ever had to learn, and it's something that I'm still learning, man. And truthfully, guys, like there's a lot of times where I just don't feel like I'm accomplishing anything. The prime example of this could be this freaking podcast. I do this podcast all of the time, okay? And I love making these episodes. This is not me taking a shot at any of y'all listening to this. If I'm being real, sometimes I just feel like I'm talking to myself. I don't really get a lot of y'all that message me about these messages that I throw out on my freaking podcast. I don't. And I wish I did, but every single day I log into the dashboard of my shit and I see that I have 1,000 freaking downloads for the week and that we're top 1% in the world on Uncut with Q. Like, holy fuck. This was all a dream at one point, having my own studio, having $250,000 worth of camera equipment, having a space, having a place where I can be a creative and I can follow something that's been a dream of mine for years, from all the computers that we have stored in here to all of the people that have come and go and the team members and the individuals that are filming this currently as I'm doing this episode, man. There was a time when it was all a dream. That was it. It was just a dream. It was something that I wanted one day. And now I have it. And now it's real. Now I can look at this equipment every single day and I can say, you know what, Q, you're not going anywhere. Or I can say, Q, look at who you used to be, dog. Look at the old YouTube videos that you used to film, bro. Look at the shit that you used to put out versus the quality of the stuff that you put out now, man. There's like an astronomical change here. And it's about having gratitude for that change. I can wake up every single day and I can say, you know what? I'm not making any progress. I'm not going anywhere. Or I can wake up every single day and say, thank God that I'm here and I'm not where I used to be. Because I promise y'all, some of you guys, you look at the problems that you have right now, like, damn, it can't get any worse. But there was a time when you had a problem back then that you were able to overcome. So what's the difference between that fucking problem meeting you at that very inexperienced version of you that's showing up now that you've already gone through that experience? Every single level, there is a new devil. And the sooner that you get accustomed to that, the easier that it is for you guys to make that conscious decision to move in the direction that you've always wanted to go. All right. So my message for you guys today, if you got motion, if you got movement, if you are making small incremental changes every single day, keep going, keep making those changes, keep applying that pressure, keep making those movements. That's going to make all of the difference. Okay. So I love you guys. I believe in you. You got this. That's my message for y'all. I will see y'all on the next episode, man. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. And don't forget, like, subscribe, show some love on YouTube, man. Appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all on the next one. Let's get it.